What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are jumping into the infinite frontier with Suicide Squad issue number 12. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with the Suicide Squad, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. And this issue is the beginning of the end, with Rick Flag and his Suicide Squad making their attack against Amanda Waller. We have Amanda Waller's Suicide Squad, who is currently on Earth 8. And while they are on Earth 8, they run into a marvel of individuals. And what we are seeing is all of our different plots, they are finally coming to a close. With Amanda Waller on the run, this is her last-ditch effort to finally have her plans come to fruition. Now, be sure to buy the comics, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 12, we are picking up with Rick Flag and his team. They are descending down on Amanda Waller, with Rick Flag believing that he is the only individual that is possibly able to stop her, always knowing that it would come down to this. Amanda Waller knowing the same, which means she has more than one plan to stop Rick Flag. And Rick Flag knows exactly what she is up to, kidnapping villains from across the multiverse, putting bombs in their neck, and sending them on these suicide missions, all in her goal to take over Earth 3. And with Amanda Waller's Suicide Squad currently away on Earth 8, this is the perfect time for Rick Flag and his squad to make their attack. Meanwhile, picking up on Earth 8. This is kind of like the Marvel Earth, if you will. These are all plays on Marvel characters. For legal reasons, they can't actually say that. But we see individuals like Dead Red, we see Thrill Kill, we see Blood Punch, we see Thangman. These guys are all really more or less alternate versions of our Suicide Squad. But as this fight is breaking out, as we have Match, aka Superboy, letting Nocterra know that they don't have to actually kill these guys. While Amanda Waller said no mercy, that doesn't mean murder. Of course, Major Force, he is over there not really giving a crap. And to be completely honest, Major Force isn't even caring if he kills his own squad mates. And so with all of the chaos ensuing, we pick back up on Earth 8, with Rick Flag and his team making their arrival on the island. Amanda Waller doesn't seem to be sweating in the least, telling her guards, telling her people that they need to stick to the plan, that the plan still is in act, they just have to move up the timeline. Telling them to get everyone where they need to go, and when you find Dr. Rodriguez, make sure that you put a bullet in her, because this whole time, she has been working on the inside for Rick Flag. And as Dr. Rodriguez is able to break the security system just long enough for Rick Flag to be able to make his entrance into the facility, this is where the guards, they find her, and they litter her with bullets. With Dr. Rodriguez being taken down, Rick Flag loses communication, and Peacemaker goes in to find out where the good doctor went. Meanwhile, Bloodsport and Rick Flag, they are making their way to Amanda Waller, and taking us back to Earth 8. It looks like our Suicide Squad has overcome the villains of Earth 8. With most of them being taken out of the fight, we see Major Force, he goes extreme. He starts murdering all of them one by one. Recognizing how he is killing everyone, Match lets them know that they need to stop Major Force. And with Match and Nocterra headed directly for Major Force, they have to be intercepted by Dead Red. Him coming in and just wreaking havoc because his friends were just murdered. And Major Force, he has his eyes on Black Siren, letting her know that she doesn't belong here, and he is going to make this quick. And bringing us to Amanda Waller, her guards are letting her know that Dr. Rodriguez, she had been found. The only issue is, she is still alive, and she is with Peacemaker. But Amanda Waller, she is letting everyone know to focus on the 2 individuals that she has marked on the team, and everyone else needs to make their evac because they are done here. And shooting us back over to Earth 8, this is where we have Major Force versus Match. And the reality is, our Superboy clone, he is no match for Major Force, with Match getting the crap beat out of him. This is where we see Black Siren interject. Using her scream, she rips apart Major Force. And as Amanda Waller watches on the screen, she's a little bit disappointed because the reality is, she really wanted to use Major Force for what comes next. And as Amanda Waller goes to push down on that red button for Black Siren, the button that will detonate the bomb in her neck, she clicks it once, she clicks it twice, and she is recognizing that Rodriguez had shut off the bombs. And so for at least the time being, Amanda Waller has no leverage over her Suicide Squad. And so with Amanda Waller making her exit, we have Rick Flag and the rest of his team, they show up and they see that the other Suicide Squad, they're not here. Believing maybe it was just a one-way ticket, Dr. Rodriguez lets them know that they can get that squad back if they find Amanda Waller. Recognizing that there is an evacuation on the south side of the island, Rick Flag and his team, they hightail it trying to catch up with Waller. Meanwhile, back on Earth 8, and we have Major Force taken off of the board, and the rest of Lightning Strikes, they made their escape before any worse could happen. At first unable to reach Amanda Waller through comms, Match is finally able to get through to her, letting them know that she saw exactly what transpired. And Match lets her know that you need to bring us back because at the end of the day, we may not be the Suicide Squad you wanted, but we are the only ones that you currently have. And Match has come to the understanding that none of them are dead yet. So either you want us alive or you can't kill us. And telling her that it is time to bring us home so we can sit down and have a discussion. Amanda Waller letting him know that she had such high hopes for him, giving him a personality, giving him a purpose. He could have been the real deal. He could have been Superman. But the truth is, he has made the Suicide Squad soft. That he is nothing, and that nothingness, it is spreading around to the rest of the team, saying that he went as far as declawing Nocterra with his nonsense. But she lets Match know that she doesn't need his personality and she doesn't need Nocturna. That Bizarro Boy works perfectly fine for her. And this is where we see Match, he begins to disappear. We see Talon, we see Black Siren, they all vanish, and everyone else, they get left here on Earth 8, saying that the rest of them, they are just dead weight, and they can all sit here and rot, and wait until her arrival. That she has some other matters she needs to attend to before she takes care of them. And picking up on the island, Amanda Waller, she is met by the team of Rick Flag. And they let her know that this fight, it is finally over. And as they go to arrest her, they quickly recognize that this is just a projection. Amanda Waller is not here. She is already steps ahead of them. And being steps ahead of them, this is when the ground begins to move. The earth begins to shake, with Amanda Waller already on Earth 3. This is where we see Clayface make his arrival. The Clayface from Earth 23. And Rick Flag and his Suicide Squad, they are in for it. With all of them in the clutches of Clayface. It doesn't look good for them. It looks like this might be the end of Rick Flag and his squad. Because Amanda Waller, she knew. Rick Flag only ever saw the mission. But Amanda Waller, she sees the end game. And that is where they are now. This is the end game. She has broken every law, burned every single bridge to ensure she has the last bet, that she has the winning move. And now with Superboy aka Match being completely wiped of personality, assuming she messed with the minds of all of them, so they are now on board for the mission ahead. Our story is going to continue in the War for Earth 3. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, between this story and Task Force Z, we really are seeing such a huge array of Suicide Squad members. We are seeing multiple different teams all over the place. But this story plays absolutely wonderful because Amanda Waller, she is just too smart. She may not have powers, she may not have abilities, but her cunningness, her intelligence, it keeps her one step ahead of everybody all the time. And so by all accounts, the Suicide Squad future state, it really does look like it is about to come to fruition. You know, and I've seen a lot of debates on the unethical nature of what Amanda Waller is doing. Because it is. At the end of the day, everything she is doing is evil, it's bad, no matter if she is doing it for the greater good. Because as they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But one thing you cannot deny about Amanda Waller is that she is always 2 steps ahead. Not only that, she is gonna wall off all of Earth 3 and protect an entire planet from all of the craziness that she has experienced throughout all of her years of dealing with villains and superheroes. And so I really think it can be argued that after everything Amanda Waller has experienced, after everything that she has been through, after dealing with the worst of the worst, can you really blame someone for wanting to save an entire planet, bring in a Justice League that can protect all of them, and wall it off from the multiverse? So maybe, just maybe, at least one planet can actually have peace. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.